Welcome back. You're watching In Focus Kentucky. I am Mario Anderson, and May is Military Appreciation Month, which is a special time for those in and out of the military. It is a time. Welcome back. You're watching In Focus Kentucky. I am Mario Anderson, and May is Military Appreciation Month, which is a special time for those in and out of the military. It is a time designated to honor and recognize the contributions, sacrifices, and service of the members of the armed forces, past and present. And joining me in our studio right now to continue our conversation on this topic is Republican State Senator Matt Deneen of Elizabethtown in Hardin County, and he's the chairman of the Senate Standing Committee for Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection. And Senator, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And when we say that it is Military Appreciation Month, when you hear those words, what does it mean to you?
Well, it means something dear to my heart. I come from a military family. My father was a military policeman for 22 years. My oldest brother is also a combat vet serving in Iraq. So it's personal, but it's also something that I take great pride in, living this close to Fort Knox in Elizabethtown. So we are a very veteran-friendly community in Elizabethtown and Hardin County and in Kentucky, I believe. My first job was right there on Fort Knox, working in the mess hall serving troops when I was just 16 years old. So I've been on Fort Knox and around military posts all my life.
And talk with us about your work in the state legislature, sharing that obviously you're the chairman of your committee, discussing various topics and creating policy around military affairs in our state, and working with the veteran community. Why did you want to get involved with this community, and then being selected and chosen as chairman, why did you want to step up and take on that opportunity?
Well, this is an honor of a lifetime for me. I'm very grateful for Senate leadership that provided this opportunity for me. I was serving as vice chair for a couple of years and then moved into the chairman's position. We look for policies to help veterans. We look for policies to make Kentucky veteran friendly. We want our military personnel to know they're appreciated. We look for ways to incentivize retirees to retire here from the military and to possibly move here when they're asked to be stationed here. So our VMAP committee is looking at our interim session right now. We're making out agendas for that. We're looking at a few bills. We're also looking at reports from our veteran service organizations and KDVA as well.
I know during this past legislative session there was a military appreciation type day during the General Assembly. Talk with us from your perspective of being a state lawmaker and seeing other colleagues who have served or in and around and used to the military, but also just participating in events and honoring veterans even in the state capitol.
And I think it's just very, very important to recognize that we have several legislators in the General Assembly that have military backgrounds, that have served our country. And so we celebrate those, and we also have in February Military Kids Day, and they bring the children bring their parents with them, and we have a great day of celebrating because sometimes it goes without notice. Sometimes the difficulties and the challenges surrounding a child that's in the military, traveling around the world. You're never in one place very long. But I think that there's also advantages to that. You may attend several schools, but you learn to make friends quickly, you learn to judge character quickly, and you stick to your core values. And I believe that the military instills that.
And from your perspective, what are some of the top priorities of you as chairman, but also your committee that you are focused on either during this past legislative session or now in the interim up here?
Well, we're looking at how our VSOs are servicing our veterans when it comes to veteran benefits, and we're also looking at some legislation and compacts with other states so that when veterans or military active duty transfer in to Kentucky, that we can provide them with some incentives to come here or some tax breaks as well as far as vehicle registrations are concerned. But we're also looking at transitioning soldiers out of the military and into our workforce. Kentucky's got a vibrant economic base right now. We have lots of jobs available. So we want to look for easing that transition for our active military soldiers into our workforce when they do retire and come out. And recently we've had a Heroes to Healers bill that was passed last session, and that deals with the medical people in the medical field in the military and coming out and taking jobs in the private sector and transferring that experience into college credit. So.
And do you feel like you have a lot of support and buy-in from your colleagues in the legislature?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think when it comes to serving our veterans and our military affairs, you will see a lot of bills that come out of there and voted on unanimously. And I think that there is, of course, tremendous respect and honor. And I think that the people that are bringing bills forward are well intended. Sometimes we don't get to all of them, but for the most part, we pass very good bills, and I'm very excited about the opportunities coming forward.